Bloodsworth, the first death row exoneration through DNA, is a true crime narrative penned by Tim Junkin, a novelist and former attorney. Originally published in 2004, the nonfiction work chronicles the remarkable journey of Kirk Bloodsworth, the inaugural death row inmate vindicated by DNA evidence. Transforming into a vocal opponent of capital punishment, Bloodsworth stands in support of the book. Tim Junkin, known for his legal background and dedication to public defense, shifted to full-time writing, with Bloodsworth marking his debut in nonfiction. The book delves into Kirk Bloodsworth's ordeal, commencing with the contextual backdrop. In 1984, Maryland accused Kirk of the rape and murder of a 9-year-old girl, sending shockwaves through the local community. Despite consistently pleading not guilty during the trial, Kirk was convicted and sentenced to death. The narrative unfolds as Kirk secures a retrial due to the prosecution's admission of withholding evidence. Yet, the judge, once again, sentences Kirk to death. The story encompasses Kirk's years on death row, where his relentless pursuit of exoneration leads him to the groundbreaking realm of DNA testing. Despite being Kirk's tale, Junkin sheds light on Bob Morin, the attorney who played a crucial role in securing Kirk's acquittal. Bob Morin, initially swamped with numerous death row cases, encounters Kirk and is astounded by his determination to not only prove his innocence but to unmask the true culprit before more harm occurs. Kirk's 5-year relentless plea campaign involves reaching out to politicians and attorneys. Inspired by Kirk's unwavering commitment, Bob decides to take on the challenging case, driven by a desire to uphold justice. Junkin emphasizes the significance of Bob Morin's role in the narrative, highlighting how Kirk's case aligns with the emerging breakthroughs in DNA testing. The author underscores the novelty and costliness of DNA evidence, marking it as a pivotal factor in Kirk Bloodsworth's quest for justice. DNA testing has not yet become a standard practice in every crime scene investigation. Despite this, Kirk remains steadfast in his belief that DNA testing will ultimately prove his innocence. Bob, leaning towards trusting Kirk, acknowledges the legal complexities involved in reopening Kirk's case. Having exhausted his appeal rights after successfully securing one retrial, pursuing a second retrial is a constitutional novelty in America. However, cases like Kirk's have the potential to shape legal precedents. Regardless of the outcome, Kirk's case holds significance. Bob, acutely aware of its importance, understands the potential impact on legal precedents. If Kirk is exonerated, it could provide compelling evidence for the widespread use of DNA testing at all crime scenes. This could lead to the release of other prisoners and the establishment of new convictions. The constitutional implications surrounding the presumption of innocence until proven guilty are substantial. Junkin details the challenges faced by Kirk and Bob. Bob must re-evaluate the imperfectly collected DNA samples from the crime scene, considering the limitations of the earlier FBI analysis. He must identify gaps, explore new technologies to challenge old findings, and present fresh evidence. Despite the absence of a crime scene and the passage of many years since the victim's death, Bob is determined to attempt the seemingly impossible task of introducing new DNA evidence. Fortunately, the American press remains skeptical of Kirk's sentencing. Some journalists have questioned the circumstantial nature of the evidence against him, emphasizing that it may not have convincingly proven Kirk's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Bob plans to leverage public sympathy, as occasional articles have already cast doubt on the murder case. Junkin highlights the dual role of the press, acknowledging that while it can impede justice, it can also contribute to its service. Junkin contemplates the role of DNA testing in establishing Kirk's innocence, pointing out that the verdict significantly raises the bar for convictions without compelling evidence. The argument is made that circumstantial evidence should not suffice for imposing capital punishment. Kirk's verdict not only benefits political groups, families, charities, and inmates, but also results in trials for 16 former death row prisoners who were subsequently exonerated through DNA testing. Ultimately, Kirk's case emerges as a potentially pivotal moment in U.S. criminal law history. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.